Alright guys, welcome back, and in this other tutorial I'm going to show you how, if you do have a decent piece of geometry to work with that's already been optimized, how easy it is to remove bits, add bits, and so on and so forth. And so let's do that real quick. As you can see here, the original had this whole piece, and I was able to cut it out very easily because, let's put it into edit mode, the geometry works very well, and for each of the little squares here that you have, there is an adjacent sort of square that connects properly to it, and therefore the mesh is very easy to read and very easy to edit. Now let's show you how that works on the other side here that I have prepared. Let's go into edit mode, from the object to edit mode. Okay, let's go and select some faces, and let's start deleting some faces. For instance, I could just grab all these, delete. Remember to delete faces only and not edges and stuff like that, because that will do some horrid stuff if you don't delete the faces only. I'm going to make sure to delete the faces that we need to remove only and not extra faces, because then if we want to reconfigure the mesh, then it will be a mess. We can easily now grab edges and Alt F if you're using the Maya controls. I don't know. If you're using the Blender controls, I have no idea how to help you guys. Unfortunately, I learned how to 3D model in Maya, not in Blender directly, so I cannot use a lot of the neat tips and tricks and all that good stuff that you can get online for doing things faster, so I use the Maya controls. Anyway, as you can see here, very quickly you're able to add faces to where you need them to go, and then have a perfectly watertight geometry, because all the different faces that you've created are simple and easy to read. If you had a bunch of triangles here, or misaligned or mismatched faces, then you could not easily go in and repair and add bits to the mesh as you can now. Like for instance, if I wanted to create a new part in here, I could just go in here like this, Control X, and now that will allow me to extrude a new part, and it will easily be editable now. But anyway, this gives you a rough idea of how this works. And again, as I said in the previous video, if you want to test your mesh to see if everything's working, you can just press on that 3, and you'll notice that there are no holes, gaps, or anything like that in the entire mesh. The only part that looks a little bit funky is this, and I'm not sure if it has something to do with the coloring that I did, because theoretically it would be pretty easy to just go and get rid of all these faces. Sometimes it's a normal map issue, because the normals are backwards or something. So sometimes that'll cause some issues. Here, maybe that fixed it. I don't know. There's another weird. Sometimes when you build something and then connect something, then the normals get flipped. Oh, that was about to make an internal face. No, never make an internal face. Ah, I made one. Okay, anyway. There, done. So let's go back into object mode and test it out. Ha! Look at that, look at that. Now it's nice and clean again. There is this one that's not, but I could easily, again, do the same thing here to make sure that all the bits and pieces are matching correctly. Now, the reason why I know this is because I studied rigging. So not only 3D printing, but rigging as well. And so sometimes if you create a model that has bad mesh, then when you try to move a joint in 3D when you're animating stuff, it will explode on screen and look very, very bad for the camera. Anyway, I hope it bores you to death again with another tutorial that Susan W. will hide for another 15 years. But anyway, it's great to be here and help out those guys and gals who are interested in my content. So thanks to all my subscribers. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.